Calendar for a while. How excited are you?
Yeah, well, it's a big game. It's a big day, you know. Obviously, you're seeing teams making lots of transactions, us included, and we're trying to make their team better, deeper, you know, for the stretch run and playoffs. And yeah, it's not exclusive to us, but we like the additions that we've had. And yeah, you're playing, you know, number 2 team in the league. The team is trying to chase you down. It's a tight gap, so we've got them 3 more times to the end of the year, and it's a big one for us. You know, we'll treat it like a playoff game, and yeah, hopefully our guys come out with some good energy and play real well here tonight.
Nicolas play, and just what do you think of his addition?
Yeah, he's playing tonight. Yeah, I like it. I like both the guys that we added. Nicolas is a big, strong, right-handed shot center, really good defensively. He's had some good offensive years, too, in Vegas and played some different roles, center and wing, penalty kill guy. You see a lot of teams in our division, our conference, adding size and strength here at the deadline. And so to get a big 6'4", long, strong centerman that can help out down low and play against those guys, I think is a very good add. And then Blankenburg is a smooth skating, rugged, not that big, but rugged, good defender, skates the puck real well, gives us some depth on the blue line. Like, we like the 6 guys that we're playing right now, so he won't play tonight. But to be able to add a guy of his caliber and make our blue line deeper, I think is also a very big positive for our team.
It's been a while since you guys have seen Dallas, too.
Yeah.
What are the advantages versus disadvantages of waiting that long to play an opponent between games?
I don't know if there is any. You know, like, we're going to play them a lot here in the next little bit, and they're all going to be big games. But, you know, we've watched them over the course of the season. I'm sure they're keeping an eye on us as well. And we know this team pretty well, having faced them in the playoffs the last few years. And I mean, it's obviously a very good team. It's not only a team that can score and it's dynamic when it comes to their offense, but defensively right now their numbers are off the charts. They're not giving up a lot. They're not giving up like chances, goals, all of that. And then their special teams are really good. So this is a really tough matchup. I think it's good preparation for playoff time when you're facing these top teams. Yeah, and where we sit in the standings, you know, these head-to-head games are super important. So that's how we're going to treat it tonight.
Link Gulletson said that he's been looking forward to this game, maybe more so from a coaching perspective than even the players. What opportunity do you guys have in a game like this to kind of feel each other out and prepare for that stretch run in playoffs?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just it. Like, you got, you know, if you end up where you want to end up and you're having the playoffs that you want to have, you know we're likely going to have to go through Dallas, right? So you get the opportunity to, you know, look at some matchups, see how they work. You get more information. Like, we've only played each other once this season, so the next 3 games that we play them, you'll get a lot of information from that you can take into the playoffs and figure out how you're going to try to beat the opposition.
It's been a few days since Lekke's injury. Like, do you expect him to play again before the regular season's over?
Yeah, yes, I do. Yeah, but he's still week to week, so we send him home off the trip to be able to rehab, get rest, and try to speed that process along.
You guys have changed your center depth chart like every year at the deadline for like it's at least 4 or 5 years in a row now. Just how do you feel about it like right now compared to where it was last year, 2 years ago?
I feel really good about it. Obviously, the addition of Brock Nelson and being able to re-sign him, that was just a huge add for us. We've got Kelly, Bardakov, and Drury, right? All 3 of those guys can play center. I think Kels has done an amazing job at center since we moved him, you know, with the needs that we've had through the middle of the ice. Bardakov probably started out a little bit rough, but now that he's been playing center here recently for us, he looks more comfortable and better in that position, both in the D zone and offensive zone. And now you add Nick, right? So, like, we've got a lot of guys that can play it. And same type of flexibility. A lot of those guys can also play on the wing and have played on the wing before. So I think that's a good mix of guys right there, both on the offensive side of it and on the defensive side of it. And the right shot, I think, for me, adding Nick and him being a right shot is just an added bonus.
I mean, he was a very steady, like, production-wise with Vegas for like 4 years in a row.
Yeah.
He goes to Toronto. It's not the same. how much do you look at what he did in Vegas? How much do you try to figure out what was going not as well in Toronto before you trade for him?
Well, a little bit of both, but like we're confident that he can chip in a little bit more on the offensive side. If he still has 15 assists, which is probably similar to what he was putting up in Vegas, by the time the year's done, the goal production has slowed a little bit. They haven't deployed him exactly the same way. He played up the lineup with Vegas on the wing, a little lower in the lineup at center. So I think it just depends too. Like Vegas was obviously a really strong team when he was there. Toronto has had their struggles a little bit this year. So I think it's, comfort, getting, getting confident with your new teammates. And, that'll be a challenge for all the new guys changing teams. But I think it's something that we have a lot of runway here to work through. We got 21 games left. So it's a lot of time for those guys to get comfortable, be hitting their stride come playoff time.
Thanks, Coach.